More than 60% of China's population lives in the vibrant East, in major cities like Beijing and Shanghai. But as you travel west to the provinces of Yunnan, Tibet, and Xinjiang, a more diverse and mysterious China emerges. Here, rugged and breathtaking landscapes have forged resilient people with unique lifestyles and rich heritages. According to the World Travel and Tourism Council's 2024 report, tourism in these regions is growing faster than ever. Join us as we explore the best places to visit in Tibet. "70 million years ago, what we know as the Tibetan Plateau lay hidden beneath the ocean. Through the same monumental collision of continental plates that forged Mount Everest, this ancient seabed was thrust 4,000 meters into the sky. Today, Tibet, often called the roof of the world, stands as the highest region on the planet. With brutally cold winters, intense ultraviolet rays, and oxygen levels two-thirds lower than those at sea level, it's a challenging environment for life. Yet, remarkably, humans have inhabited this land for at least 5,000 years, adapting to isolation and harsh conditions in ways that have reshaped their very biology. Over millennia, they've developed unique genetic traits that allow them to thrive here. And now they're adapting to another monumental shift: modernization. A palace built on a mountain, so high it almost touches the clouds. This is the Potala Palace. The story of this palace. Located on the Red Hill at a breathtaking 3,700 meters above sea level. The Potala Palace began as a vision of King Songtsen Gampo in the 7th century, an era when Tibet was weaving its spiritual and political threads. Originally designed with 999 rooms and an isolated meditation cave. But over time, the palace faced the ravages of war and the cruel hands of nature, only to be revived by the 5th Dalai Lama in 1645. Under his direction, the Potala grew not only in size but also in purpose. The palace is a masterpiece of Tibetan architecture, divided into two separate kingdoms: the White Palace, home to the Dalai Lamas, and the Red Palace, a spiritual center where monks once studied and practiced in peace. With more than 1,000 rooms spread over 130,000 square meters, the palace is a maze of history. Today, only 20 rooms are open to visitors. It was once the center of Tibetan religious, political, and cultural life. For centuries, it was the home of the Dalai Lamas, and inside the Red Palace are the golden stupas of past leaders, including the stupa of the fifth Dalai Lama, which is covered in 3,727 kg of gold and more than 18,000 gems. In 1994, UNESCO designated the Potala Palace a World Heritage Site, cementing its place in global history. Located in the bustling city of Lhasa, Jokhang Temple stands as a beacon of faith, attracting pilgrims from all over the Tibetan plateau. Built in the 7th century under King Songtsen Gampo, it is the most sacred and important Buddhist temple for the Tibetan people. The temple was built to enshrine the 12-year-old statue of Sakyamuni Buddha brought from China by Princess Wencheng, wife of King Songtsen Gampo, as a dowry. What sets Jokhang Temple apart is its unique blend of architectural styles. As you pass through the intricately carved doors, you are greeted by a fusion of Indian Hindu temple aesthetics with Tibetan and Nepalese art. Inside, the scent of burning incense fills the air, and your eyes are drawn to the centerpiece, the 1.5-meter-tall, gold and gem-adorned Juo Shakyamuni statue, the most beautiful and sacred statue in Tibet. Pilgrims bow their heads, foreheads pressed against the cold stone floor, their prayers weaving a tapestry of faith and hope. The Jokhang Temple has undergone many renovations and expansions over the dynasties, reaching its greatest extent in the 17th century under the 5th Dalai Lama. The air around the Jokhang Temple is heavy with the scent of incense, as the smoke rises, carrying whispers of devotion to the heavens. Early in the morning, monks begin chanting, the sounds deep and resonant. Candles flicker, casting shadows on the face of Juo Shakyamuni. Worshippers gather with offerings in hand flowers, incense, and small tokens of gratitude, placing them reverently before the altars. Some light butter lamps, each flame a silent prayer, illuminating the temple with a warm golden glow. Outside, hundreds of pilgrims move around the temple. For some, the journey is a journey of immense dedication, trekking barefoot from remote villages just to reach this sacred site. Along the way, they practice rigorous austerities, enduring harsh landscapes while performing a ritual of prostration, in which they lie flat, stretch their arms forward, and then stand up to repeat the action. Once there, many take part in 3 sacred koras, or circumambulations, that take them through the various levels of the holy site. They begin with the Linkhor, a path that encircles the greater Lhasa grounds, before moving inward to the Barkhor, which surrounds the Jokhang Temple itself. Finally, they reach the Nankhor, an inner corridor of the temple, where only the faithful venture with prayer wheels gently spinning in their hands, chanting mantras with each rotation. On the slopes of Gambo Yutse CE, 5 km west of Lhasa, a gentle breeze carries the distant chanting of monks. This is Drepung Monastery, once the world's largest monastery and the cradle of Tibetan Buddhism, where monks have been trained for centuries and where Tibetan Buddhism reached its intellectual peak. Founded in 1416 by Jamyang Chögye Palden Tashi, a disciple of Tsongkhapa. One of the three great Gelugpa monasteries in Tibet, along with Ganden and Sira. Once the residence of the Dalai Lamas before the Potala Palace was built, and dubbed the Nalanda University of Tibet for its high academic standards, attracting monks from all over seeking to deepen their understanding of Buddhist philosophy, debate, and meditation. Among the many halls and palaces is a 15-meter-tall statue of Maitreya, the future Buddha, designed by Tsongkhapa himself. The statue is the sacred symbol of the Gelugpa sect, representing the eternal hope of enlightenment and compassion. At its peak in the 1930s, Drepung was home to nearly 10,000 monks. A sea of crimson robes filled the courtyards, echoing with debates on spiritual principles. Today, though fewer in number, Drepung's heart remains vibrant, and its universities still resonate with intellectual rigor. 4 major Buddhist universities continue to train monks from across Tibet, maintaining a legacy of knowledge that has been passed down for centuries. It is also home to the Shoten Festival, one of Tibet's most important and celebrated traditional festivals. Held annually in August, late June, or early July in the Tibetan lunar calendar, the name Shoten means yogurt festival in Tibetan. But the week-long event is more than its name. Originating in the 11th century, the festival marks the end of a 100-day meditation retreat for monks. As the silence of the retreat dissipates, the city of Lhasa explodes with color and sound, centered around Drepung Monastery and the Norbilinka Summer Palace. As the first light of day hits the hills, the highlight of the festival occurs: the Thangka display. A giant Thangka, a sacred silk painting depicting the Buddha, is spread out on the monastery's hillside. Spanning a staggering 500 square meters, the work of art is a symbol of spiritual enlightenment and artistic mastery. Nearly 100 monks in crimson robes, moving with synchronized grace, unveil the Thangka. The crowd, a sea of devout Buddhists, falls into silent reverence. The painting is bathed in the first rays of sunlight around 8 a.m., a moment so sacred it is called bathing the Buddha in the sun. The ritual represents the awakening of spiritual energy, a visual prayer that connects the mundane world with the divine. Locals line up, each holding a hata, a white ceremonial scarf, as they approach the Thangka. The act of offering shows their respect and devotion. Meanwhile, yogurt, a simple yet profound symbol of nourishment, is offered to the monks, symbolizing gratitude for their spiritual guidance. But Shoten is more than a festival of formal rituals, it is also a cultural feast. Elaborately costumed Tibetan opera troupes take center stage to perform plays recounting the lives of Buddha and Buddhist deities. Their powerful voices and dramatic gestures bring ancient tales to life, captivating audiences with tales of wisdom, courage, and compassion. The Tibetan Mastiff is one of the world's oldest dog breeds, originating from the Tibetan Plateau some 5,000 years ago. Considered the ancestors of many modern Mastiff breeds, they were once loyal protectors of nomadic tribes and Tibetan monasteries. Tibetans believe that Mastiffs carry the souls of monks who have not yet reached Shambhala heaven. They are considered the lords of the steppe, stronger than wolves and leopards. and they are absolutely loyal to their owners, obeying only one master. The heavenly burial ritual in Tibet represents a profound spiritual practice deeply rooted in Buddhist philosophy. In this sacred ceremony, the deceased's body is carefully transported to a high, remote mountain location, where it is deliberately exposed to the natural elements and scavenging vultures. Far from being a macabre practice, this ritual symbolizes the ultimate liberation of the soul from its physical vessel. By offering the body back to nature, Tibetans believe the soul can transcend its earthly constraints, allowing it to continue its spiritual journey unencumbered by material attachments. If this journey has sparked your passion for travel, don't forget to like, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell for more adventures as we take you around the world. There's a world of discovery just around the corner, and we can't wait to share it with you.